Okay, how's it going, everybody? Soul here, and welcome to, I don't know, just a review talking about Superman. Yeah, I just woke up not too long ago. Still need to get ready, but yeah, I just want to talk about this real quick. So yeah, Superman. I really enjoyed it. I watched it twice so far. One on premiere night, or I say premiere night, but premiere night, because of what's it called? Yeah, I was able to see it like I think Wednesday at like midnight, right? Because like I was invited to this thing, right? Because of reasons that I won't. Well, it's just private, okay? So basically, yeah, I was able to see it Wednesday. I don't, I don't want to dox and all that stuff and just explain why. But so I was able to see it Wednesday, and then I was also able to see it Saturday, right? Because on that first time I saw it, I was only running on like 3 hours of sleep, right? And I was hardly able to like really like enjoy it. I was more so just like observing it, right? Just experiencing it because I was using every single energy cell in my body to just focus on staying awake, bro. And it's not even that the movie is boring or anything too. It's just what's it called? I was just tired. But anyways, the second time I saw it, I enjoyed it like way more. Got some sleep, and yeah, it was great. I cried like 3 times because it's not even like an emotional movie. It's just like for me, I'm like, dang, I don't know, what's it called? What's it called? Oh yeah, it's kind of crazy with like wearing a Marvel shirt and then a Superman thing, but we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. But anyways, yeah. So anyways, yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I'd highly recommend it to like anybody that's remotely interested in superhero movies and everything, or just superhero like stuff in general, right? Because I mean, unlike Andor, which I just got done watching Penguin Zero's video on it, and I should make an Andor video one of these days. I might make it soon or whatever, because it's been like a little bit since I finished it. Right, I finished it a couple months ago, but it's still like still something I want to talk about, and then I just might remake it slash remaster it later once I've like done like a lot of these. I'm yapping, bro. It's already been 2 minutes, but like once I've done a lot of these reviews. But anyways, back to Superman, right? So yeah, I really enjoyed it. Especially like the second time around, because like you just pick up on a couple more things, right? But yeah, like I feel like it was a great movie, and also this will be spoiler free as well. And yeah, I think it was great just on numerous fronts, right? From the characters, the way the story progresses, the world building, freaking acting and characters kind of go hand in hand. But yeah, so mainly like, oh yeah, the music as well. So yeah, what else? I guess those 4 things, right? So like characters slash actors, or yeah, characters slash actors slash performances, whatever. So characters, the story, the world building, and the music, and the action as well. Action, yeah, it is a big part of it as well. So yeah, on all 5 of those things, I feel like the film just did a phenomenal job, right? Like it was very yeah, just good in all 5 of those aspects, right? And then what's it called? I don't know if I've said it in a previous review or whatever, right? But like I said, I feel like what takes something from good to great is whenever like one of those elements just surpasses the goodness barrier, right? Like something to where like, you could like where it becomes like just like a standout factor of it, right? Like in Warfare, for example, like the movie that came out last year, which I don't think I made a review on it. I should though, because that was actually like a really good movie. It was just very like it's an experience. It's hardly a movie. It's like an experience, especially because it was like based on a real like thing, right? And so anyways, yeah, so like for example, like that was a great, well, because it was a good movie. I'd say I wouldn't say it was necessarily great. It was like really really good, but yeah, like because mainly I say good, really really good because like because the other elements were like lacking per se. What's it called? But like yeah, going back to like what takes something from good to great, real quick. I guess the best thing would be the Uncharted series, right? Which mainly Uncharted 4, I'll say. Mainly Uncharted 4, it's undoubtedly great, right? The writing in all 4 games were like solid, right? Only thing I felt like was that held Uncharted 1 through 3 from being great, in my opinion, to like just make just for it just being good, is just the gameplay loop, right? And like the main like just cover, shoot, and it's just not thrilling. Whereas in comparison to like Uncharted 1 through 3 to 4, it's like night and day, right? Like with the rope adds a whole nother layer, and then like the the gun sounds, feedback, the visual fidelity, just everything is just like, you know. And then on top of that, with the great writing, it's like, bro, stop playing with me. And so yeah, so that's undoubtedly great. And relating this to Superman, right? What's it called? Superman, like I said, it does everything really good, right? Really, really good. And I don't think there's necessarily an aspect that is on that cusp of greatness, in my view, right? But not to say it's like bad, of course. Like I said, everything's really, really, really good, like undoubtedly good. And so yeah, there's just like nitpicks and stuff here and there, like the like I agree with what some of what's it called? Well, I won't reference them. I don't like to like call out, not call out, but just like, you know, say names and stuff like that. But yeah, like what's it called? Like some criticism and stuff of the movie is like just with how James Gunn and stuff, and like, you know, and his team handles like dialogue and stuff like that with like jokes and everything, and it's not like super quippy, like, you know. I would give an example, but it's like, and I hear that complaint a lot, where it's like, you know, like a lot of like Marvel movies and stuff are really quippy, right? And if I rewatch it, I'll probably like be able to point it out. I just tune it out, I guess, and I'm just like rolling with the punches, so I don't really pay attention to it too much. But anyways, to make it quick, yeah, so like stuff on like where, you know, dialogue and comedy moments where, you know, if they would have just let it rock, you know, it would have been nice, stuff like that, like this, like that I agree on. What's it called? And then there was other elements, like other things to criticize about it too, but I can't really think of it off the top of my head. But yeah, and just like how they said in the, you know, in the those reviews and everything that I watched, it's not like it really, it holds the film back, but not holds it back to such a degree where, you know, it makes it a lesser film, right? It makes it a lesser experience, but not a lesser film. Like this, you know, like Superman is just a good film, especially for like starting off the DCU, or, you know, James Gunn's DCU, or however it's gonna look like, right? It's a very, very strong start, right? And yeah, so yeah, just going back to what makes the film like really, really good, and I highly recommend it. Just like I said, just everything, right? Like the premise is basically what's it called? Like Superman, he's already like, you know, a couple years into his career and everything, just like kind of like not exactly like Batman Year One, but kind of like Batman The Long Halloween, I believe, like where he's, or at least the movie, right? Like, because I've seen the movie, I don't think I've read the comic yet, but I saw like the animated movie and stuff, and it's kind of like that, where it's like he's still like kind of like early on, still figuring things out, like I think they said he's like year 3 in the movie, right, of Superman, right? And yeah, so he's still figuring things out. He's still like trying to win over the general public, but, you know, he's pretty much like won it over for the most part. And now, so after he's like basically established, like, you know, everything in the beginning, like from like you know, from the trailers, like, you know, the Fortress of Solitude, and you know, he knows his like his upbringing and stuff like that, right? And, you know, Crypto, the super dog, which I don't know too much about him, but, you know, anyways. So yeah, and then after that, Lex Luthor does stuff, and then it just, you know, escalates from there, right? That's basically like the cliff notes of it without spoiling anything. And so yeah, and then like from there, yeah, it just goes off, and then like I said, everything was just really, really good. I guess I could talk a little bit about each of those aspects, right, from characters, stories, and characters. I really should write it down. It's just I'm using my phone to record, so it's like, you know. So yeah, characters were really, really strong. Like I said, I feel like this interpretation of Superman is just like really, really like faithful, and also like very like refreshing, faithful, and modern, right? Refreshing, faithful, and modern. Like I really like, because it just, it really feels like what a Superman would feel like in, you know, this day and age, like the 2020s or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just in this, you know, modern era, to where like, yeah, because, you know, like Superman's like a timeless figure, right? You know, he's been able to endure like all these years and stuff, and so like I just feel like, yeah, it was really, really faithful to you know, just this time period, or I don't know. It's hard to explain, but yeah, and so that's one thing I really like about him. I could yap, dude. I could really yap about everything, right? But I really should just talk about the standouts, right? And then just, yeah, because I don't want this video to be too long. So yeah, I feel like Superman was really, really faithful, really, really good. Same with the supporting cast as well. Like it's actually pretty crazy how like The supporting cast also played a big role in like taking down a big bad guy, right? And I won't spoil stuff. I won't spoil things. But they just all play like a pivotal role in everything. From like, what's it called? Clark's parents, which we also saw in the trailers and stuff, from like, Lois Lane and I was gonna say the Daily Bugle, but it's the Daily Planet. Just everybody. The Justice Gang, right? And just yeah, like it's so cool how like we're just dropped into it as well. Like it kind of reminds me of like the not the Brave and the Bold cartoons, but kind of like the old school like Justice League cartoons, right? The one before Unlimited, where it's like, yeah, they're coming together a little bit. They're still early on in their careers, yada yada yada, stuff like that, right? And so yeah, and so fight scenes were also like a pretty big standout, and also the music as well. But I mean, yeah, I mean it has its moments, and I really really enjoyed it. But I'm not really like too much into like talking about the music aspects of movies and stuff, right? But yeah, action was actually like, dude, I feel like James Gunn's like approach to like what's it called, fight scenes and everything, especially now with like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and so on, right? Like it really really suits Superman and everything with like the high speed, wide angle, just like in your face, like you know momentum based like combat and everything, right? It just really really lends itself well to it, right? I still need to rewatch, not rewatch, but just check out like, well, maybe rewatch one of these days, Man of Steel, right? Because I think like from the clips and stuff I saw, it's like way better than I remember. And so yeah, but like that James Gunn's like approach to like action and everything, and his team especially, like, and James Gunn and his team's approach to action and everything, it just really really lends itself well to Superman. And so yeah, there's like definitely, like I said, no complaints there. Undoubtedly good in my opinion. And so what else? Because characters, story, world building, action, and then there's something else I forget. But yeah, what's it called? World building. It's pretty cool. Like I said, we're just dropped in the middle of things, right? Not like over explaining stuff and stuff like that, right? It's kind of like, it's not exactly like Justice League Unlimited, but it's like pretty similar to where like there's just these characters, and they've already started on their path of doing their thing, right? And then we just get to know them. And we get to know them as they go through the story and stuff, and yeah. It's like I'm yapping at this point, but it's just to me it's undoubtedly like good like movie, right? Objectively, just a good movie, right? And what's it called? It really really helps to enjoy the movie if you're a superhero fan. But even if you're not, right? Even if you just want to like go see a good movie, just like how like Sinners was a good movie, and what's it called, stuff like that, right? I still feel like Superman is a good time, and so yeah, that's like my little 13-minute or so talk about Superman and why I like it and stuff, and yeah, so yeah, that's about it. Highly recommend it. Didn't disappoint me, and I feel like it's a strong start to the DCU, however that will look like within the next 5 to 10 years. So yeah, because what's it called, one thing I thought that was crazy is that I think James Gunn's like 58, so it's like, hey, we got like another decade at least before he probably starts slowing down or something, but who knows? Because I always look at what's it called, Robert Downey Jr., right? And I feel like he was pretty, like, looking at his age and stuff, like he like during like the Iron Man movies and everything, I thought he was so young, but he's pretty like up there. So we'll see. The David Corn sweat for sure is like, I think he's like mid to late 30s. So it's like, we got, if he wants to stay Superman for a while, we got him for a while, right? I don't know about Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, and I don't know about Lois Lane, but yeah, I'm just, it's so far things are looking good. Hopefully, nothing goes bad. Hopefully, I didn't just jinx it, but, hopefully things are good. So yeah, anyways, that's about it. So peace.